Good morning. My name is JT and this is my corner. So a little bit about me, you've probably seen my previous video, is that I was born in Budapest and now I'm living in Florida and I'm retired and working part-time, and we'll get into why that is. But today I would like to show you how I make butter and how I make the water that I drink and maybe a couple of other things. So welcome, tune in, sit down, and here we go. So when I was growing up, my mom made everything homemade. We were, fairly poor, and but she loved to cook. And believe it or not, I'm old, but I was never a good cook. I didn't start really cooking until recently when I retired. And so I'm not very good at a lot of things, and I experiment a lot, but this next couple of videos is something that I like to show you because I really am good at it. So the first thing is this butter. This is butter. I make it from heavy cream, and still working on this. And I mix it until it separates into butter and buttermilk. So I decided to take a little break because it usually takes about 20-25 minutes, and I have this, look at this. This mixer is from 1983. I got it 2 years before my daughter was born. 1983. So it takes a little longer, but I'll keep going. So my daughter will be 40 this year. That means that this little handy mixer is 42 years old. One of these days I'll have to upgrade. But so the butter is starting to separate. So it's going to be butter and buttermilk. I'm going to keep going another few minutes. So when the butter and the buttermilk separate and it gets really hard to mix, then you're almost done. So now we're going to put this concoction into a plastic bag and squeeze out the liquid. So I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but it's totally separated. So I'm going to take the butter and put it into a bag. And you can actually use the buttermilk. If you use buttermilk for anything, you can drink it. It's good. There you go. So I'll put the butter in the bag. And I will cut a little hole over here. See? And now I'm going to squeeze the butter and milk out. See? Like this. And you can add, I'm a little messy. I'm retired and I work part-time, and my children are all grown, so I don't see them much. So I try to entertain myself on the weekends with different projects. And this weekend it was cooking. Sometimes I garden, sometimes I do things, and because when you're retired and you're on Social Security, you can't really do a whole lot. But here we go. So this is all squeezed out, and I like to add a little salt. Because I like salted butter, but some people don't. But you could separate half into salty and half into sweet butter. I don't do that very well. Oh, nice. All right, so I add a little salt, not too much. And then you don't have to really refrigerate this. I like to, just because, you know, I live in Florida and it's really hot here. So there we go. And you just spread this delicious butter on your toast or whatever you use butter for, and you're good to go. There you go. Butter. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time. Bye-bye.